Good afternoon. It's Friday. I am in Minnesota, and let me start off by saying, I guess, I've been driving for a long time. By me saying that, the experienced drivers are going to go, uh-oh, what'd you do? What happened? And you would be correct in that assumption. Notice, Black Betty is all by herself. Black Betty didn't get hurt, but Tumbleweed's pride did get hurt. My trailer is no longer in service. I was coming through Duluth, Minnesota. They detoured us off the 35, 10 or so at night, rainy. Downtown was a detour to get back on the 35. Well, I picked the wrong, anyhow, side street, not side street, but city street to go down. And what had happened, I went to make a right-hand turn. Lakeview is the street, and First Street, well, Lakeview. Orange barrels, I got over to the left as far as I could. There was traffic coming up Lakeview, so it's 2 lanes turning onto Lakeview. I turned right. First off, my tandems, because of the weight, normally I'm all the way forward or on the 4th or 5th hole. So the turning radius on the trailer's a lot easier when you're making turns with your tandems forward. These so happen to be 4 feet because of the weight. 4 feet to my DOT bumper. So they're almost all the way back. So being the tandems, the trailer tires, that far back, you're turning right or left is really, you have to swing wide. I mean, swing wide. Probably double what you have to do with them all the way forward, maybe more than that. And I misjudged it. It was raining, no excuses, but you know how it is when it's raining and it's dark. That passenger mirror, looking out there, making your turns. I stopped because of the traffic. I let the daggone four-wheelers get out of my way. And instead of I was already into the right-hand turn, but I corrected it and went straight to see if I could get around the pole. And it was a traffic light, steel pole sat on concrete, which I don't know what kind of concrete they make up here in Minnesota, but let me tell you, that stuff is wicked because it took out my passenger side tandem, the front tandem. It bent the holy hell out of it, tore up that side. I mean, it knocked it off the rails, and the rails are where it slides, the tandem slide, or the trailer slides. The tires stay there, but it bent the hell out of that rail. I'll post pictures of the damage, and once I figure out how the hell to do that, but it tore it up, it cockeyed it. So on the passenger side, the front axle is back And on the driver's side, that front axle is forward. It bent the holy hell out of didn't bend the, well, it bent the rims. It cut one of them almost in half. And mind you, I'm not going 70, 50, 40, 30, 20, even 15 miles an hour, even 10 miles an hour. I'm in first gear, creepy crawling. And at that point when I hit it, it was like, well, I done screwed up. I might as well go forward. Damage is done. Backing up wasn't going to do any daggone good, so I went forward, stopped. Was very upset. I've got a lot of years, 20 of driving. My record has no blemish on it whatsoever. No ticket. Well, I have one overweight ticket, scale ticket. That's it. No accidents, no nothing. So pretty much a perfect record. I still do on paper because I didn't get cited for anything. There was no ticket made on me or 3D Logistics, Jesse. So that part's good. But in my brain, it did a little bit of, knocks your confidence down a little bit, I guess. I'm unsure about myself a little bit. I was really distraught. Wednesday night is when it happened. It upset me pretty bad. I'm sitting in the driver's seat. Once I got it pulled down the street and parked, it took me 10 minutes, I think, to even get my shit together so I could call Jesse up, my boss, and tell him what had happened. And he could tell by my voice when I said, hey, he said, what happened? And that I was pretty upset, but that's why I guess he pays insurance. So that happened. I was on the phone to him. I don't know, 5 minutes into our conversation, me explaining to him what a dumbass move I made. He says, go ahead, call the police. And as soon as he said that, there were 6 of them coming down the road with sirens on. One of them hopped out, said, you all right? I said, yep. He goes, well, we got a call over the radio. Shots fired. I said, well, yeah, I can see that. It was both them, I think all 4 of those tires blew. So, you all know when one tire blows, it sounds like 10 shotguns. So it was right by an apartment. It was an old warehouse building they turned into apartments. So probably every single one of them people that were home Wednesday night probably called and thought there was a war. A gang shooting or battle between 2 gangs or something going on in Duluth. Anyhow, so that happened. Didn't get cited. Everything's good, but now I'm dropped the trailer. We had to switch the loads out to another. Jesse took care of all that stuff. We got the trailer unloaded. We took the tires off, chained up the axles. Oh, pardon me. Chained up the axles so I could drive it. Like, I don't know, it was like 10 minutes away. It was drivable, but questionable. We had to get that freight off. And that's what we did this morning. This is Friday. That's what we did. Jesse was all over it. I applaud him for that. You know, it sucks, but it's part of trucking. And I'm still kind of, yeah, it just sucks that it happened. So, I gotta put, it took out for some reason, I don't know why, but this airbag right here, if you can see that, there's a hole right there. Took that out. I had to pinch this line off so the airbags would lift up on that side. So I got to change the airbag out here, and then I'm like 470 away. Shoot, sorry about that. 476 miles away from Minot. So I get to go back up there. I believe I'm going to do a little hot shot, and we have a flatbed up there we do for the oil fields. So I'll be doing that, and then we're going to find Jesse's all over it, find I believe a van trailer. There's more freight right now all over the place for vans instead of reefers, and they're about the same rate. So I'll be pulling a dry box, maybe flatbed, I don't know. There's a lot of work in flatbedding. I don't think I'm up to that, but I don't know. One of those things is gonna happen, but it does kind of it's an uneasy feeling, I'll tell you that. I mean, no car was involved in it. I don't know what I'd be like if there was a car involved in it. Because I know I'm really not right. There we go. Not right, just nobody else but me being involved in it. But, yeah. I guess the lesson out of this is always be on your, always look out. Don't get, I'm saying this and I'm going, I was very aware. It's not like I was listening to music and not paying attention or on the phone, you know, screwing off. I was paying attention. Like I always do, but I had 1-2 second lapse of concentration. That's all it takes, I guess. Anyhow, all you rookie drivers out there, just like riding a bike, it only takes a second and you're down on the ground. So I laid my, anyhow, it just sucks. So the tumbleweed, been off of here for a while. The last video was at my house, and I've just been really busy, and I should have been filming because I went to Minot from Texas. We did some work on the trailer, lights. We did some work on the tractor, got the AC running, put a shock on, greased it, you know, just simple maintenance stuff, and then got a load Tuesday, I do believe, to go to PA, and then from PA drop off today at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then I would have been in Ohio tonight to take a load down to Salisbury, North Carolina. Well, that didn't happen. So anyhow, y'all be good. Dagburn, stay out of dagburn trouble. Tumbleweed will catch you up in the knot. Maybe we'll get some interesting videos up there. Boss man Jesse on a few of them. So, y'all be good and stay out of dagburn trouble. Later.